Hey, happy people. Welcome back to another live session. Number 10. Today, I am streaming live on Instagram here, and I'm also streaming on YouTube. This is my 10th live, like on YouTube. I'm testing out the Instagram thing, so people who are joining me on Instagram, I can always direct them to YouTube because on Instagram I will not leave them up. But the live streams are always on YouTube. So yeah, so my eyes will be everywhere. They'll be here looking at my phone, they'll be here looking at you guys on YouTube on the webcam. And yeah, and I'll also be monitoring the chat box on my YouTube channel just to make sure if there are people who are joining and they're leaving questions or want me to talk about anything, I can respond to them. So my eyes are going to be everywhere, guys. So yeah, I think we're gonna get started. Again, hi, my name is Elsie. Again, like, let me introduce myself. This is my 10th one, but I still get nervous because yeah, I don't want to make mistakes, and it's live. I cannot correct myself. But hey, so let me introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Elsie. I'm a photographer and I'm based in London. And yeah, I photograph portraits, sports, events, and I also work on personal projects, so kind of like documentary stuff. So that is me in a minute nutshell. But yeah, I thought for today's live, I don't think it's going to be a long one because I normally do these live sessions every Monday between 7 and 8 p.m. over on YouTube, if you guys on Instagram are watching. So over on YouTube every week, Monday 7 to 8 p.m. British time. So yeah, so this is my 10th one. I think I've missed, like, they're weekly, but I haven't done 2 weekly ones. But it's fine because I'm not putting so much pressure on myself, because this is just a little experiment that I'm doing for 2025 to see how I get on doing live sessions. And also I don't have to edit nothing. I just, whatever you see here is what is gonna stay on my channel. So yeah, as usual, if my internet goes, I'm recording the session, so I will re-upload it. But the thing with YouTube, if I re-upload it, it will not appear on the live tab on YouTube. It will appear on the videos tab. So the live section will be like off sync. But I always make sure, like, whenever I have time, I always go back, look at the videos and put them on a playlist, so you can always go back and watch any of my live sessions that I've done before. And I hope any information that I share here will be valuable to you who's watching. And yeah, share it with your friends, family, and fellow photographers who are basically starting out, or even people who are in the photography journey. They might find some of the information that I share here valuable. So let's get started. Over the weekend, as some of you may know, I'm currently photographing the Rugby World Cup as an accredited photographer, and I'm doing this as a freelancer, so on a freelance capacity. So any images that I do take, I will file them with photo agency called Alamy. That's like a stock agency. So that's where I always put my pictures, because I think people have been asking me, who are you photographing for? I'm not photographing for anyone. I'm doing this off my own back as a freelancer. But I do put my images, as a few selects of my images on Alamy. And when I put my images there, I've sold a few. Since I started the tournament, we just completed the second weekend. And I look at my account and I've sold a few from the tournament. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Unfortunately, the fee when it comes to these images, what we get is not very great. I wish we could get more, but the market is what it is. And also, I know I'm going off topic, but I just want to clear this up because it's kind of related. But for me, even though the money is not great, the fact that images are being sold, it means they're being published somewhere. So when I apply for things, especially like photojournalist, I don't want to call myself a photojournalist because I'm not necessarily that, but when I apply for accreditations for things, they normally tend to ask, like for the most part I've been asked, have you been published anywhere? And hence me filing my pictures there, because even if I can't find them, and this is why it's really important for me to find where they've been published, so I can do screen grabs and have tear sheets so I can put them on my website. And this is why I'm saying it's really important for me to have that kind of evidence. So when I'm asked if have been published anywhere, I can always direct them, hey, this is a section in my website where I have my tear sheets to show that I have been published. And the more they see that you've been published recently, the more chances of you getting like accreditation or a pass to cover an event or something like that. And that's basically my main reason of filing with them. Otherwise, to be fair, I wouldn't even bother, to be honest, because basically the money is not great for the amount of work that we do when we're out there photographing and all of that jazz. And in most cases under extreme conditions, like I photographed in the rain, in the cold, windy, and even this weekend the weather was not great, especially on Saturday for the game. It was wet and a bit windy, but it wasn't so bad. At least the one thing I was grateful for, it wasn't cold. That's all I'm grateful for, because we are now wrapping up summer. We're now into the autumn months, because today is the 1st of September. So yeah. Anyway, let me stop rambling and let's get into the topic of today. I've been rambling for better part of 5 minutes. So let's get into the topic of today, which is photography kit essentials that might surprise you, because I have a few items I want to share with you that's in my kit bag that I certainly used, especially this weekend, that has really helped. And probably some of the people watching out there might not know what they need. Hi Rebecca, thank you for joining. Today I'm doing 2 lives, I'm in 2 platforms. I'm on YouTube and Instagram as well, just so people can see and chat with me. But yeah, so today's topic is kit essentials that might surprise you, because I'm always adding things to my kit bag. We have our usual stuff, like the cameras, the lenses, lens caps, what else? Tripods, lights, flashes, the speed lights and all of this. But I want to really dive into the things that I found to be really, really helpful that I wouldn't have thought of before. And I've made a list, so let me go through down my notes that I've made here. I made a list of things that I've slowly been acquiring, and it's part of my checklist in terms of making sure they're in my kit bag. If they're not in my kit bag, I don't feel comfortable. Okay, some don't go in my kit bag, some I actually wear them. So I'm gonna go through them step by step. And there's the first one is actually a bum bag. And I guess you guys are wondering why a bum bag. For the longest time I've been wearing a crossbody bag, and by wearing a crossbody bag I also wear a double strap, which I'm gonna come to a bit later, and I'm gonna show you some of the items. Because I wear a double strap and I carry 2 camera bodies because I photograph sports a lot, the crossbody bag really cuts into my because of the weight I'm tagging on it, as well as the camera body on my left side. I have to look on my left side. So I found that to be to kind of like, it hurts my shoulder at the end of the day. Let me just adjust this camera a bit. So it hurts my shoulder at the end of the day. And when I go to events, especially my fellow female photographers, I kept seeing them with bum bags. And I kept asking them, why do you wear a bum bag? And it kind of makes sense when I see them, how they carry their gear and how they move. The bum bag made so much sense, because me and my crossbody, it's in the way of my left side camera. I can't adjust it and put it in the bag on my back. And even when I put down my kit when I'm sitting down pitch side, my bag is still, gravity is pulling it down, so my shoulder starts to hurt after a while. And because I'm always photographing with my right hand like this, so it's like I'm pulling against gravity. So a bum bag made so much sense. So for this World Cup, I was like, I am going to get one because I was tired. It reached a point I was tired, and I ended up getting two. So I think I showed this in my previous live. So this is one of them. This is from Peak Design, because I've shopped around for bum bags, and I tried looking for ones that can fit a lot of my stuff. So this is Peak Design's outdoor line bum bag. So if I go and, because I did a live session earlier last week, and they have colors. They have the way they call the colors. So I want to call them correct today. So give me 1 second. Let me just search for them here on my computer. But for sure, I know this is the outdoor line of bum bags. This is the 2-liter version. And this color is, it's not white, cloud. Cloud. I should know. Clouds are white. This is the color cloud. Yeah. So this is a 2-liter, and what I like and don't like about it, it's small. It's good for like quick essentials, and it has a pocket there that I think can fit my phone. I haven't tested my phone in there. And then it has one compartment here with a divider with pockets. The divider mesh has pockets as well, and that's just about it with this one. So all I could fit in here was my phone and my gimbal. That's it. That's all I could fit in here. And lip balm and tissue. That's it. So that's why I didn't necessarily like it, but I used this on the first weekend of the Rugby World Cup tournament, and that's all I could fit here, because I really wanted something I could also put my like extra batteries and more or less what was in my crossbody bag. Majority of the stuff I needed it to fit here, so I don't have to carry the crossbody bag and leave that at home. So that's what I did. So if you're joining me from Instagram, hi. I am live streaming on YouTube. So the Instagram one I don't hardly do, so I'm doing it as a little experiment today. So hello. So but I'm on YouTube. If you have to leave, I'll leave it on YouTube. You can always rewatch it back. So today I'm talking about photography kit essentials that you might surprise you and you might need. So I'm talking at the first one I've started with is bum bags. So yeah, this is from Peak Design, the outdoor line, outdoor sling. This is a 2-liter version in the cloud color, but they have 2 other colors, which is black and eclipse. So I got the eclipse. I love this color. It's like a maroony color, and this is a 4-liter. So they have 3 sizes: 2-liter, 4-liter, and 7-liter. And by the way, let me start off by saying any products I mention here, I'm not being sponsored by any of the brands. I've bought the brands and I love their stuff. So any products here I've bought with my own money. So please don't come at me. There's no sponsorship here. So yeah, this is the, let me just adjust I'll put data on my phone. Okay, so this is the 4-liter version. I tried the 7-liter version of the outdoor sling, and even though it's called a sling, you can wear it as a crossbody, but I wear it as a bum bag because I like how this strap bit is padded, because most of them are not padded. They have this thin bit here, like most that I looked for in the shops. So it's made sense for me to go for Peak Design. And this is the 4 liters, like I said. Same, it has a back pocket here. I've tested it, my phone fits there perfectly. And then it has a main compartment. Let me close the front, I don't want things spilling out. And then it has a main compartment here where I've fit majority of my stuff, like even my battery charger there. Like this is my sunglasses case cloth, my gimbal, as you can see, fits in there. Sanitizer, my atomizer perfume thing. What else is in here? My gum tin. Yeah, my gimbal battery charger thing here. I'm just bringing things out. Lip balm. And I'm gonna pack it. I always carry a extra cleaning cloth in my bag, and that is in mostly this mesh pockets over here. There's a main compartment here, 2 mesh pockets here, and then there's a zipped compartment here as well, of which I keep my headphones, or rather earphones, charger cable, medicine, and other cabled headphones as well. I always carry cabled headphones because these Bluetooth ones sometimes misbehave. And hand cream. Do you see how much stuff I fit in this bum bag? And yeah, everything that was in my crossbody I fit in here. So that's basically it. And my gimbal, the stand I'm standing my phone to stream on Instagram, that fits in here as well, amongst all this other stuff. And on top of that, I can always carry, if I don't want to drag my wheelie bag on the pitch or anything, I can always carry like extra batteries and stuff like that and just throw them in here. So yeah, you can see how much stuff I fit in the 4 liter of the Peak Design bag. I'm packing as I talk to you. I'm packing it back up as I talk to you. So yeah, a bum bag, guys, if you can, get one. The other alternative to a bum bag as well, like, or probably a top up, is like buying cargo pants with lots of pockets where you can shove stuff. I have a pair, but they stopped fitting me because your girl gained weight. But yeah, but that is essentially one of my photography kit essentials. Like now I don't think I will go anywhere without carrying this when I'm out photographing, especially sports or even just normal photography jobs. This is my go-to bag from now henceforth. Like, it removes weight off my shoulders. I don't have to worry. The weight is on my hips now, which is even better. And when I'm carrying my camera gear, I don't have to worry about extra weight, like shifting my weight on one side of the body, which is not good. And I'm getting older, so I need to take care of my body as well. So I need to make my life quite easier, and carrying things like this like really help with that situation. So yeah, bum bag from Peak Design or whatever. You can always pick bum bags from anywhere, but make sure it's big enough to fit your things. So as I shopped around, this one worked for me. So moving right along, going back to my notes. So whilst I was talking about why I got a bum bag and also the fact that I carry a double strap, I have my photography double strap here. I already spoke about this when I was showing my bag, how I pack my kit bag. This is one of the essential pieces of gear that I need, like kit that I need when I'm doing my photography stuff. So this one is from Black Rapid. I've had this for years. And the thing I like about this double strap is like I can split it and make it into a single strap and carry it like a crossbody strap. That's why I love this double strap so much, so much. But this is the old version because the R is yellow, very old, and the reason being because of the clasp here. I think I have, let me see if I can find it in my drawer here. No, I can't find it. I always seem to not have it in front of me when I'm showing these double straps. But the new version has a latch that comes to cover the screwy bit that allows you to open the clasp here. So there's a clutch, you screw it shut, and then there's a clasp that holds this so it doesn't loosen. So this is why this is very, very old, but it's held up. Like, I can't remember when I bought this, to be fair, but I think I've had it more than 7 years now, and it still looks like new. Like, yeah, I've had it for more than 7 years, if anything. So I would highly recommend getting a Black Rapid or a double strap of your choice, but my go-to would always be Black Rapid. With time, these anchors that attach to the camera here, this bit attaches to the camera. With time, because of rubbing, it tends to wear down the carabiner section, and with time I'll have to change and get a new one. But mine still looks okay because I don't use it that often, especially but for times like now where I'm photographing the Rugby World Cup every weekend. Basically, I'm carrying this a lot. But if I was to get a new one, I would definitely go for Black Rapid again. And yeah, so Black Rapid is one of the kit essentials that you will need when you're doing any type of photography anyway, especially when you have to carry 2 cameras. I'm not a big fan of the camera straps that are sold with the cameras, so I always never put them on my camera, and I always carry my cameras with the Black Rapid strap, either as a double or a single. But I did get a Peak Design one, so there's that. Right, the next piece of essential kit that you need is one of these things. I've had this in my bag for such a long time, and it is a lens screen cleaning fluid and cloth. This was a free gift from Direct Photographic. I don't think they do this anymore, because even I think they changed their logo, because this is super old. I've had it in, should I be keeping things for this long? Else you're ridiculous. Anyway, so this is what it is. And yeah, you can get any fluid and cloth. So this just helps me. I always keep this in my kit bag, and I like the fact that it comes with a plastic case that it came in, and I just throw that in my bag so I can clean my lenses and my screen and my viewfinder, that bit of the camera, just to get rid of any dust or debris. And this came in handy this weekend when it was raining, because the lens became dirty with the rain coming into the lens, and I don't know, I wiped it with my finger cloth and then it became smudgy. So this came in really handy. So yes, lens cleaning fluid and cloth. And also keep this in your kit bag for your phones. Do you know how annoyed I see when people are taking pictures with their phones and they're all like hazy? Unless it's a look you're going for, please keep a lens cleaning cloth in your bag or something, or even use a t-shirt to clean your lenses, but get the cloths for cleaning glasses or whatever, and clean your lenses before you take your pictures and your selfies, because all the grease from when you're answering the phone and stuff like that, it doesn't help when your pictures are looking all hazy. That's the reason your pictures are not clear. is because you do not clean your lenses before you take your pictures, people. So please take care of your camera lenses. Yeah, are we together? So yeah, so lens cleaning fluid and cloth is one of the things that I always have in my kit bag. And with that as well, I got myself the next thing is a microfiber towel. You can get a cloth, but I got myself a towel. That this one is not big. It's literally that big. It's covering my face. This is how big it is. And I like the fact it has this, when I fold it, it holds it together. So this is a gym towel. And this was a recommendation from a friend. I need to actually clean this before I fold it up. This was a recommendation from a photography friend. I saw him with an orange version of this. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Where did you get the cloth? Because it was raining and I just saw him wiping his kit quickly because it's microfiber and they dry pretty fast. Like if you're out in the rain and you go back to the press room and just hang it, it will dry super fast. Super fast. So I would highly recommend using this, and this came in handy over the weekend, especially on Sunday when it was light rain. All I did was drape it over my camera when I was photographing instead of putting the rain sleeves, which I'll talk about in a minute. So, and yeah, and once that was done, I just wiped my gear dry, went back into the press room, left it out to dry overnight as well, because on Saturday it was raining. And yeah, and it's fine, but you need to clean them every so often, so just to remove the grease. And yeah, don't use fabric softener, just clean them with your clothes detergent and just leave it out to dry and it'll be quick. So microfiber towel. This is small enough to put in to fold it up and put it in your kit bag. I got this one from Decathlon, and it's something that never leaves my kit bag. I always love having this in my kit bag. It's the best thing ever. Best thing ever. So I would highly recommend getting one of these. And yeah, and also even when you're looking for a way to protect your bag, because it's like a towel, you can always wrap your lenses in it and put it in your like rucksack or something. So it acts like that extra protective barrier for your kit. So yeah, I would highly recommend a microfiber towel. Not cloth, towel. They're a bit different. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And whilst we're on rain stuff, we might as well move on to the next thing, because I knew it was gonna rain over the weekend during the game, but it's something that I've always wanted to get. I got myself a rain poncho. So this is, I'm not gonna open it, it's quite big. But yeah, I got it in this color. So a rain poncho is what I got, and this is my photography poncho, but I think I'm gonna be using it even when I'm out and about at home. But yeah, a rain poncho, please, people. How did I use this? I think I used it to cover my backpack because it's not waterproof, and the repellent thing on the backpack doesn't work anymore. So, and it's not a photography backpack, it's just a normal backpack, my everyday backpack, but I use it for photography stuff because my laptop fits in there, an extra lens fits in there, my water bottle and all of that jazz. So because it was raining on Saturday and on Sunday there was light rain, all I did with the poncho, I didn't wear it, I used it as a bag cover. So, and I used the hood part to be like the opening for my bag. So essentially, where is it? So the hood bit was on top, so I could reach my bag like this and just use the hood to cover my bag like that. So that's how I use this. And I think I did a quick video on my stories, if you can go and check it out now, how I covered my kit. And this is what I used. I used a poncho And unfortunately, when with ponchos, because they're quite bulky, especially when you're when you're pitch side, you cannot wear that on top of your camera gear because they need to see your bib. They need to see your bib and your bib number. So if you're wearing the poncho, you'll have to take out the bib that they give you and then put the bib on top of the poncho. And you can't because it comes weird over here. So I'm like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend the poncho for wearing when you're pitch side and you have a bib. They need to identify you. So I got the bib because I knew I needed to cover my gear and keep my even cameras protected, especially when it's when the rain just starts happening out of nowhere. So the poncho came in handy for that, and it's something I would recommend to have in your kit bag. But everyday situation where you're out doing an outdoor photography session and the weather, all of a sudden there's a downpour and you're carrying your gear, definitely have a poncho. You just throw it on and you can cover your camera because it's bulky enough to cover your stuff, and you can easily move so and protect your gear. So a poncho is something I would really recommend. So yeah, it's something I've always wanted, so I'm really glad that I got it, and now that I have it, yeah, it's going to be an essential item. I got this poncho from, again, Decathlon. It's becoming my favorite shop for anything outdoor. And yeah, I just got it the other day, and this one cost me around £15 or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. I'll put a link in the description for all the items that I'm listing here, if I can find exact ones. If not exact ones, similar ones. So you can always go and check the stuff out and purchase them for your kit bag. Yeah, and to be part of your kit, essential kits arsenal or whatever. But yeah, the poncho is from Decathlon. They have different, I don't know what it's called, but different levels of rain that can be thingied by protect, that can, yeah, the poncho works, the heaviness or something. I don't know what the number is. I've forgotten what it was. This one I think was 100 or 1,000. But the higher it goes, the more it can withstand heavy rain. So I knew it wasn't, this is like a sweet spot for me. So this is why I got this one. So I'll put the link to the exact, the one that I got, but you can always go and check out the others and see which one works for you. Okay, moving right along while we are still on ponchos, I will, I have my camera, well, I'll just get one. My camera bag is on the floor. So I have this is a rain sleeve, and this is what I use to cover my camera gear. I got this because it was cheap. It was like what, under £10, and they come two. This is from a company called Optech USA. I think it's written there. Optech USA rain sleeve. So the bit with the tie, this is where the lens, this is the front bit for the lens here. So you can tie it, you can always pull the cord to fasten it tighter on the lens. And then it has a hole. I've made a weird hole for where the eyepiece goes. And then I made another hole here on the lens bit for the monopod. So when I screw on my monopod, it goes there. And yeah, essentially that's what it is. It's like an L. It's a weird design. So, and then your hands go in here. No, sorry. Your hands go in here when you're taking your pictures. Your hands go in here taking the pictures. And this is the lens bit, obviously. So essentially it's going to be like this. So rain sleeve, very, very handy. This one, have I put it on a 70 to 200 fits in this. I don't know if I think a 400 lens can fit in this, up to the hood. So that's why I got this size. I can't remember what size this is. I think it's a large. I don't know if they have any other sizes, but yeah. And the good thing about it is when you buy a pack, it has 2 of them inside. So, which is handy because I carry 2 camera bodies. So, yeah, rain sleeve, very very good to protect your gear out in the rain. Because, as I said, I photograph a lot of sports and I've been out in rainy weather, so this has come in handy to protect my kit. But the annoying thing is when you're, because I look through the camera, your face and your nose is near the plastic, and I don't like the smell of plastic. So that's the downside of this. And to be fair, I can't see me buying any of the posh rain sleeves, to be honest. I'm not that kind of person. This works, and I know why I went for this, because years ago a friend of mine, Yvette, gifted me one of these, and I kept it for the longest time until it stopped working anymore. So they do last a long while. The plastic is really good. So I would highly recommend rain sleeves from Optech USA, because this is what I'd go for. Because other companies do it. Peak Design have one. Think Tank is one of the popular ones that people have. I've seen those ones. But the thing is, with those ones, you have to make sure it fits your camera gear. And yeah, so that is one item that I would recommend, a rain sleeve. There's one item I put on my notes here that I forgot it downstairs. I'm not gonna get it. It's my telescopic stool. For the Rugby World Cup, let me switch on the light. It's getting a bit dark. For the Rugby World Cup, we've been fortunate enough to be offered stools to sit on, but I always carry my own, and it has come in really handy in being like my table where I can place my laptop so I can edit while I'm on the pitch side. So yeah, a telescopic stool is one of those essential items that you use. And my cover photo for this live, I'm sitting in one of those telescopic stools. And before, I used to have a 3-legged stool, but it can only go so high, and those 3-legged stools are quite expensive. They're from a company from Sweden, and they can cost even over £100. So the telescopic stool is quite cheap. You can find them for even £15, £20, £25. So I thought, and I've seen a lot of photographers with the telescopic stool. Some even come with cushions, but I don't have a cushion for mine. I'm used to sitting on it without a cushion. So yeah, a telescopic stool is something that can come in really handy. And even if you don't do sports photography, even when you're just probably somewhere doing photography and you don't have anywhere to sit, a telescopic stool can be really handy because they fold really compact. So that is something I would highly recommend. Next up on my photography kit essentials is my carabiner. This is something that I always have in my kit bag. Yeah, sorry, I'm just monitoring the chat. Hi Kwasi, I took a smaller one of those to the carnival. They work great. A smaller one of what? Yeah, it would be nice to say what you took, because I'm talked about a lot of things and I missed your conversation over there. So hi everyone on Instagram joining. Yeah, so I was talking about carabiners. I have this one, and I think I'm going to get another one so I can have it on my backpack on the handle at the top here. So this one is always on my kit bag, and I like the fact that this one locks here so it doesn't open up accidentally. And what I do with this, I always put it on my roller bag on the top handle, and I hang my monopod. I hang my telescopic stool on this because the telescopic stool has a handle. And yeah, the carabiner really comes in handy when I need to hang extra stuff that can't necessarily fit in my bags. And yeah, I've even used it to carry my, what is it called? A softbox softbox because it has a handle. I've used it to carry a reflector because it has the cover has a handle. I've used it for so many things. Even you can use it to carry your water bottle. I mean, I have a water bottle here with a handle. You can always hook it on the carabiner and hang it if you don't have space in your bag. I mean, carabiners, these are your best friends. Again. At this point, Decathlon needs to sponsor me. This is from Decathlon. I got this from Decathlon. They have so many variations of these. I don't think this is a climbing one. They always say if it's a climbing carabiner, but I went for the one that looks the strongest, and I got a blue one because I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. So yeah, a carabiner. This is something you should have in your kit. Even for men, when you're having in the belt loops of your trousers, you can use this to hang stuff when you don't want stuff on your hands. So yeah, for ladies as well, if you're wearing jeans, but I don't like photographing in jeans, they're so uncomfortable. So yeah, carabiner, very, very handy. Kwasi has come back and said, I took the smaller one of these to the carnival, they look great, and he was talking about rain cover. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing, especially for carnival, you see. And in the carnival, they have a session where they pour oil. I think it's called Juvet. The oil carnival bit, and also the paint bit. If you don't want your gear to get destroyed, those rain covers come in handy, especially the plastic ones, because they're so super cheap. You can always like get rid of them if you don't want to keep them in your kit bag. So I agree with you on that one. I do agree with you. Okay, so after speaking about the carabiner, so the next thing, I'm not gonna show it because these are now I'm moving on to things that I normally wear. And that's having a waterproof jacket specifically for sports. Nothing else, just sports, because you want something that will fold small and you can shove it in your bag. So I have a windproof and waterproof jacket that goes waist high, and it has a thin thermal layer. I like it because it's good for like summer, like now, because the weather is shifting from summer into autumn. And over the weekend, that's the jacket I'm actually wearing on my cover photo. And it has a hood that's not super big. And once you zip it up, it kind of like tightens around your face. I like that jacket very much. And it's from Trespass. And actually, that jacket on my thumbnail is very special to me because that's a jacket I bought when I went to the first World Cup, and in Ireland was super windy and very rainy, especially the final, and I've had it since. So for me to wear it at this World Cup, there's just that connection with that jacket, and I love it so much because it's super light. It has zipped pockets, so I can shove batteries in it if I'm in this situation where I need to wear it. And I really, really love that jacket so much because I don't have to worry so much about it being super bulky, and it's the best jacket ever. So yeah, and unfortunately, it's not a girl's jacket or a woman's jacket. I went to a TK Maxx in Belfast, I think, and I had to go to the men's section to get this jacket. So it's actually a man's jacket, and I don't care. It works. It protects me from the elements. So a windproof and waterproof jacket, if possible a light version for a time like this where it's summer into autumn, but in winter as well. I have a jacket. I have two actually that I always wear. One is from D-Robe and the other one is from Cotton Traders. So it depending on the weather, the D-Robe is for deep winter, like it's winter and it's super cold because it has a fleece lining inside, so it keeps me really, really warm without having to layer up so much. So I love that jacket very much. And yeah, so I don't have them here to showcase them, but I will leave links to these jackets on my description so you can go and check them out and see if they're very helpful for you. Now, the next thing that I would recommend is investing in waterproof or water repellent trousers. Uh, I've had difficulty with this because of the shape of my body. Because I had a pair before that's almost like cargo pants. What I liked about those trousers, they had a UV protection layer, so I can use them in rainy season and also in sunny seasons. And they were from Craghoppers. Again, they were not female trousers. I had to go to the men's section to get them, so I can get a size that can fit my body. But I would highly recommend waterproof and repellent trousers when you're out photographing. And the pair that I wear are actually from Uniqlo, because I shipped around for something that I could use during winter when it's cold, but they're not necessarily heavy and bulky. And those are the trousers that I have. Again, I'll leave a link to the description of the exact trousers that I have, if they still do them. And what I liked about these trousers, especially this weekend, I was wearing the trousers because you're sitting down, the rain is dropping on you. They're not necessarily like fully repellent. You can see the rain still going into your trousers, but because they have a what is it called, a thermal layer underneath, they kept me warm. And by the time I was walking to the press room to edit and pack my gear, I was dry. They dry super fast because of my body heat. So I love those trousers, and let me tell you, I even wear them in the summer. Even though they have that lining, the thermal layer, I wear them in the summer and I wear them in the winter, and they're super comfortable. I would highly recommend those trousers from Uniqlo as part of your kit essentials, because these are clothes that you're gonna be using when you're outside photographing, and they're super comfortable. Like I've said, I do not like photographing in jeans or uncomfortable clothes. I need to be super comfortable when I'm sitting, standing up, kneeling, and all of this jazz. So yeah, windproof jacket, waterproof or water repellent trousers are an essential piece of kit. And with those trousers, by the way, because Uniqlo have this thing of releasing clothes and then not doing them anymore, I bought 2 pairs. So the other pair is still new. I haven't worn them. So when this pair are beyond like wearable condition, I have another pair as backup. So yeah, that's the thing with that one. And then whilst we're still on this topic of clothes, I have waterproof boots. Again, I bought this at Decathlon. I'm sure you're tired of me mentioning Decathlon. But when I went to buy the rain cover from Decathlon, I could not find those boots again. So they've changed them and have new ones, because I want to replace them, because I've had them for so long and they're kind of wearing down. And I'm kind of disappointed because I couldn't find anything that I liked, but I'll keep checking. But yeah, waterproof boots are very essential as a photographer, especially when you're working outside a lot. So that, and pairing them with thermal socks. So yeah, I would highly insist on you getting waterproof boots. And yeah, because those are the ones that I, especially this weekend, I really wore them. But what I don't like about my waterproof boots is like they're made for winter and not summer. So I was super hot. My feet was super hot in those boots, and I'm kind of annoyed that I don't have like a summer version of waterproof boots. So yeah, I would highly recommend having waterproof boots in your kit collection of photography gear that you would normally have on your checklist. Like, what do I need to wear, what do I need to keep in my kit bag, So these are the things that I would highly recommend. And well, so still on this topic, gloves, and especially when it comes to taking pictures, sports photography will really humble you. being a sports photographer will humble you because the elements will be on your ass. Excuse the language, but yeah, gloves are a must. I had my everyday gloves, my thick woolly gloves, and I used to go out photographing, and then it started raining. Those gloves, I threw them back in my bag and photographed barehanded, because they were so uncomfortable, especially when they get wet. You get colder quicker. So I invested in Insulate gloves, like thinner gloves, not chunky. And I made sure that they had especially the gloves with the mobile phone point things on the fingers. Those ones kind of helped, but they annoyed me. They annoyed me. So it reached a point when I'm holding my monopod, this hand has no glove to press the shutter, because I found that bit annoying. Or because of the thing, I would press the shutter with this finger, with this finger. And it was super, super annoying. So I ended up like photographing. One hand would always get extremely cold, and the other one is I'm holding the monopod. But I made sure that my gloves were thin, but thermal. And when it rains, they would get wet, but I would not feel cold. So that's one of the things that I liked about those gloves. And again, I bought my gloves from Decathlon. Decathlon is, like I said, it's my favorite store right now when it comes to stuff that I need for outdoor photography and all this jazz. Like, just go to Decathlon, please. But I found a company that does photography stuff when you're like outdoors in the cold. Because what I liked about their gloves, the thumb, just this bit, the thumb and the pointy finger, just to hold, to do your wheelie thing and to press the shutter, only this bit comes off, the thumb and the pointy finger, but the rest of your hand is covered, and then all this you can fold it back. And it's a company called Valorette. I'm going to put a link in the description for you guys. Please go check them out. They're super expensive. Okay, they're kind of not super expensive, but they're kind of expensive. The gloves are kind of expensive, but if I had money to buy gloves at that price, those are the gloves that I would go for. Because I like what they do, because they are really made for people who normally photograph in snowy conditions. But because I photograph in the rain and in winter, as in rugby season is during winter months, so I would definitely invest in those gloves. So gloves are the next thing to invest in. But if you guys have any questions and you're watching, if you're watching this, what is in your kit bag that you deem as an essential besides the normal, like your cameras and whatever? What is a go-to thing that you say, if I left this, I would feel some type of way? Leave it in the chat here on YouTube. Leave it in the chat here on Instagram. Let me know what is that one thing that is in your kit bag that is an essential for you, that I wouldn't like, even it might come in handy for me. Like, share. Come on, share. I'll give people like a few minutes, whoever is here watching still. And when on that, let me see if I can find anything else. Oh yeah, always have a water bottle. I found this in the cupboard. I found this in the cupboard that I was gonna throw away, and I was like, I don't mind losing this if I'm out photographing. So this has been my Rugby World Cup water bottle, because there's nothing as bad as going to an event and you have to buy water. You have to buy water. I'm sure any place will have a water fountain. All you need is an empty bottle to fill your water. Yeah, so a water bottle is essential, because I went for a rugby match and they didn't have water, and I was gasping for something to drink, and I was so gutted that I didn't have a refillable water, because I would have just gone to like one of the cafes that sell food and asked them to fill it up for me if there was no water fountain. So buying water for me is like a big no, to be honest, because these stadiums can be extortionate, especially when it comes to buying water. Like, over the weekend, I saw water being sold for £3.50 for 500 ml. £3.50 for water? Nah. On YouTube, Rebecca, hi. She says paracetamol and a grain bar. Ooh, yeah, I do have a grain bar in my kit bag. That's a good one. That is super cool. Yeah. I do have a green bar in my kit bag, and also a bar of chocolate. Sometimes I carry a bar of chocolate. Sometimes I carry like a pack of Oreo biscuits, so I can have. Sometimes we are supplied with tea and coffees and stuff in the press room, so having my own the biscuits that I love, I can always take that, especially during winter, so I can have that as well. So yeah, paracetamol and a green bar. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, thank you for sharing. That's um yeah, one I hadn't thought of. Yeah, it even took out paracetamol from my bum bag. So I just found like these are earmuffs that I haven't even opened, but they're always in my kit bag. But I think I need to buy not these disposable ones. I need to buy the reusable ones, and put them in my kit bag. But because I saw a photographer friend who uses them, and yeah, stadiums can get loud, can especially with crowds cheering, the music, and all of that jazz. It can get pretty loud in there. So having earplugs can help, especially for music photographers out there. Please have earplugs. I'm sure you do, but when you're doing a lot of like festivals and stuff like that, having earplugs really really helps, especially when you're close to those speakers. You don't want to damage your ears, so earplugs are a good idea. On Instagram here, I use fingerless gloves and waterproof ones. Yes, Suze is a photography friend. She's sharing what she puts in her kit bag. Fingerless gloves. Yeah, I tried fingerless gloves. They don't work. I had a pair and I was like, no, 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 no. I need my fingers covered. It's super cold. Oh, a flask of hot soup in winter. That's interesting. At least you have something that you like in your kit bag. That's really interesting. That's nice. Oh, interesting. And then earplugs is a good idea. I do agree. Earplugs are definitely a good idea. Yeah, these ones have been in my kit bag. As you can see, I don't even know where I got these. They've just always been in my kit bag in case I need them. So I never take them out. So, but I need to invest in the reusable ones instead of these ones. So yeah. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in my kit bag. Ooh, something that I always, always, always have is a pen and some sort of piece of paper or notebook. So these are kind of like essentials, because I don't like sometimes I don't like doing notes on my phone, especially when I'm editing pictures and I want to do selections of the pictures I want to go on my website or to file and everything. I note down the numbers, writing them on pen and paper. So I'm always looking for scraps. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah. This is a good example. Like, I don't know if you can, let me show people on YouTube first. So as you can see, there's numbers here of all the images I wanted to share. And this is just an envelope that had, you see the numbers here. I'm showing the guys on Instagram. There's numbers here. And this is just an envelope that had a previous accreditation that I left in my, I didn't want to throw it away because it's a scrap of paper that has come in really useful. So I always like grab a pen and just note down the pictures that I want to share, either on when I'm filing, like from like a selection, or when I want to put them on social media, or even just taking general notes. Having a notebook or a scrap piece of paper and a pen comes in really handy, because sometimes when you're in that mindset, you don't want to use your phone and be distracted, because trust me, I've been distracted a lot over this past few weeks. And yeah, having a piece of paper and a pen is really handy. But you do you. If you want to put down your notes on your phone, that's fine. Because sometimes I do that. I put notes on my phone. But I found having a piece of paper and just writing things down helps me retain the information much, much better. So yeah, notebook, piece of scrap paper, and pens. I don't have just one pen. I have like 3 pens in my bag, and a Sharpie, by the way. And yeah, and also the other thing that I normally have, that I normally keep, but I took this out because I don't do studio photography anymore, is like tape, like electric tape or gaffer tape. I used to have this in my kit bag, but I took it out because I don't do studio photography a lot anymore. But this is also an essential thing that I've just remembered that I would normally keep in my kit bag. Yeah, for those emergencies when I want to tape down the backdrop. I want to, like, even with the Sharpie, depending on like the gaffer tape, if it's those colored ones, with the Sharpie, if I want to mark my spot on a press pen, I will cut off the tape and write my name and put it there, go to the toilet, and if I see somebody sitting there, I kick them out. Or something like that. But it depends on the situation. Don't come for me. It depends on the situation. I've done that before. It depends on the situation. But sometimes some people hold your spot. But it's good to have these things in your kit bag. Yeah, I don't think I can think of anything else. Rebecca comes with e-glove, running gloves, and hand warmers in my pocket. Hand warmers. I hadn't thought of hand warmers. Yes. Hand warmers. Anyway, you know what? If I go to Japan, when I go to Japan, those are the things I'm going to get there because they're really good at that. Because I remember I got a sample of hand warmers at a Japanese event here in London and they were really, really good. So, yeah, hand warmers are a good shout, Rebecca. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I don't think I can think of anything else. I'm trying to see if I've missed anything, but I don't think I have. But yeah, and yes, we are at the 1 hour mark. It's 8 o'clock now, and I'm really glad that I got to share this. If I remember anything, or if you have anything to share, please do leave it in the comment section. For today, my eyes are all over the place because I'm live streaming here on YouTube and also here on Instagram. Just for today. Don't get you Instagram people, don't get used to this. This is a YouTube thing, my little experiment on YouTube. I do these live sessions every Monday. So I'm going to address the people on YouTube, on Instagram. I do these live sessions every Monday between 7 and 8 p.m. But if I don't do them, I'll let you know because I think I've missed 2 weeks previous from when I started, sorry. Because of commitments and stuff like that. So, but I'll let everyone know. Like I leave them on my stories when I'm going live. But the schedule is there every week, possibly for until the end of 2025, because I decided to do this as a little experiment for 2025 to go live every week on Mondays. And Rebecca, who's watching here on YouTube, is one of the people who voted for this day. So blame Rebecca, if anything. But she's also the one who came up with my first topic. So yeah, you can always go to my YouTube channel and go to the live tab, all the live sessions that I've done up to this one, which is the 10th one. They're all there. I'm recording the lives because sometimes my internet is not so good. And if it dips, I always like re-upload it, but if I re-upload it, it will appear in the video section of my YouTube channel. So I thought I'd just get that out of the way so you guys are aware. But the Instagram one is not gonna stay on Instagram. Once I shut it down, that's it, it's done. It is done. But yeah, today I've been sharing photography kit essentials that might surprise you, that things that I've used over the years. As recently as this weekend, I used the poncho that I've shared here, but everything else is things that I've consistently had and replaced. Some are new to me and some I've consistently used, and obviously I know with time I'll be adding more to my kit bag that I think might help me navigate this space that is photography, yeah, beyond the usual camera gear that I always carry. So yeah, on Instagram I'm seeing people joining in. Kenya Rugby 247, hello. Labanish, hello. Bush Editor, hello. Ahero Willis, hello everyone. But my live session is ending soon. Solina, hello if you're still here. Suze, I know Suze is a photography friend. Maureen, hello. Hello, Maureen. Welcome, welcome. Forces for Chan, hi. Chloe, the rugby voice, hello. I'm just going through the list and saying, hello, Chinwe. Hello, Kat. All NGs, I don't know. Because, yeah, we've reached, it's 8 o'clock now. And I need to go. I need to cook dinner for my people. But it's been lovely. It's been lovely doing it here on Instagram, and also as usual doing it here on YouTube. To my Instagram peeps, again, you can always go and rewatch any of the lives that I've done. To my YouTube people, I will catch you guys next week. Even you guys, I will catch you guys next week. As usual, the topics come to me when they come to me. Like this topic came to me this morning, so that's why I never schedule them as early as I can. And I know it came to me this morning. I had errands to run. It's the week kids are going back to school, so I have to prepare for that. So hence me being a bit late with the scheduling and uploading, so that you guys are notified when I go live on YouTube. Yeah. And I can see my feed has dropped on YouTube. As you know, internet on my phone here, I'm using data, but it is what it is. But I am going to sign off now, and I'll catch you guys next week, 7 to 8 p.m. on YouTube every Monday. Bye, my Instagram peeps. Bye. Okay, I've said goodbye to Instagram, and I'm going to say goodbye to my YouTube people. So I know it's frozen. I can see it's frozen. So I'm going to end the live here, and I'll catch you people next week. Bye.